Championship belt, y'all. Anyway, but we are not here to discuss the championship belt. As you know, we're here to discuss Queen Sugar, season 6, episode 6, and it is titled "Or Maybe Just Stay There." And I'm gonna put them all together at the end because it's something. It's something. But this is our pre-recorded, so when you're viewing this, you'll be able to comment on it, but we won't be able to speak about it as we're on here. But if we see your comments, we can go ahead and comment on your reply to your comment if we look at it through Facebook. So again, you can watch us on our Facebook page. You can watch it on my personal Facebook page. You can also watch it on YouTube and on Twitter. You can kind of watch it everywhere. Why are you making faces, Garland? What's going on with you, man?
I'm feeling great, man. You know, I can't believe it's almost the end of October already. Last week was just October 1st. Now it's like it feels like it's Halloween, but yeah, life is moving fast and stuff. We just see if we get the hoodie season. I don't know if we ever gonna get the hoodie season because it's supposed to be 80 for the next couple of days. Yeah, hoodie season ain't gonna start until like next March.
Yeah, hoodie season ain't gonna start for y'all till next March because I'm just like the young kids. I'm rocking my hoodies all the time. But I did get some short sleeve hoodies at the beginning of last spring that I've been rocking through the spring.
So you're gonna be looking like
yeah,
Belichick.
Oh yeah, all the time, all the time, all the time. I ain't gonna cheat like them, but you know that's another story. Cheating as Patriots, but hey, speaking of football, Lamar Jackson. Overtime. I mean, you talk about life comes at you fast. 1 minute Indianapolis was dancing around in the end zone. Next minute they was complaining. No, I don't even know how we lost. I'm looking at Twitter. Their fans all on Twitter like he ain't really do that much. The defense ain't do nothing to stop him. And people's like y'all wasn't saying that for 4 quarters.
I could throw touchdowns against them. Come on, man. This is the pros. This is not
it's
saying like it's not Madden 99. I'm sorry, you did a cheat code, and we had the cheat code. His name was Lamar.
Exactly. Jackson. And you wonder why you play every second of the game. Denver was complaining about them last seconds. You play every second of the game because you just never know. Now, granted, Denver wasn't going to catch a fumble and run back for 16 points, but whatever. Right. Anyway, moving on to Queen Sugar, man. Let's get to Queen Sugar. Get this out of the way. We talk football another time.
Let's get to the sugar. Hey, let's go.
Hey, man, we are at episode 6. And it's starting to get a little hot up in there, starting to get a little testy in there. And so they start off, and it's kind of like giving them the lull before the storm. You got B.I.G, Nova, and Charlie. They all in there sipping their little wine and tea, whatever they was in there drinking, just talking. We find out that Hollywood like to suck by toes and then paint their nails. You know, that kind of nasty stuff. Old people nasty stuff. You know, old Creole people nasty stuff. Right. They down there sucking them toes, baby. Yeah, down there. Yeah, just nasty. But then all of a sudden, Charlie has to go. Charlie, like, you know, I gotta get up out of here. And we find out that Charlie goes to the restaurant, and the head of I guess it's the DNC delegation, he's, you know, telling her that, yeah, we no longer want you to run for state senator. And just like the hothead that all women are, she started going off on the dude. You said you want this kind of chick. You said you wanted a chick that would be there for you and everything, but all you looking for is a chick that's got big breasts and a fat tail. And that, wait a minute. That's another. No. She talking about you said you wanted a woman. Yeah. That can represent herself and represent the party. And now you got one. You kicking her to the side. And he like, slow down, Charlie. We trying to peg you for Congress. And then she just about her going to Congress, man, running for Congress.
Shawty borderline goes to DC, goes to Washington. You know, I don't even know if she's worthy of it. She just, why? What is Charlie doing? She council person, and you going to take a council person and run her Congress? She's never done anything on the state level. But it's Queen Sugar Land. And so You know, heck, what the heck? Why not run her for president? Why not make her a good vice president candidate? I mean, she's Charlie Borderline. I mean, she's done absolutely nothing as a legislator. The town is still racist. The cops are still racist. What has Charlie Borderline done to deserve?
She
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 light
talked
skinned
to
it. I know.
she
I
talked
gave you the answer.
well, definitely colorism, and she talked to 50x old cougar and talked about her new man. So that was enough because, like the guy said, yeah, we were really impressed. It was the way they reacted to you that we weren't expecting. They reacted to her Instagrams, and now she running for Congress. Going to be down with AOC and the crew. I mean, she might think she better than them. AOC just a
Yeah. Right.
bartender that became legislation, so she might think she better than her. Hey man, but
Right.
I don't think it's a bad. Charlie got a good head on her shoulders. Dedicated to the family. She's dedicated to her people. She's always trying, man. She's always trying to solve everybody's problems. I think it might be a good move. Now the question is she going to win? Because she's not running. Remember, they said she's running in California. She's not running in
Right.
New Orleans. She's running in
Right.
Louisiana. Rather, she's running in
Right.
California. So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the big deal. Will
And
she win?
she's gonna have to work through it because she's all in on this love boat with Davis right now. So that's all she got him. They playing a little strip up on the iPad. Like, yeah, turn around. Let me see your assets. Let me see them abs and what. I'm like, Davis he ain't even built like that. Davis built like a marshmallow, and she all like, yeah, turn around. But that thank God for Wise, because Wise will gas you up. You probably ugly to the rest of the world, but your wife is gonna gas you up like, yeah, baby, you got it. Like, yes, you the one. And she definitely was filling up Davis' head and stuff. And I'm trying to figure this out, Calvin. Now, Davis, he had these these rape allegations. I was going to say rap, these rape allegations and all that stuff. But now he's coaching in the WNBA.
Listen, I don't. Okay, I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but them women in the WNBA don't want Davis. It's Charlie that needs to stay away from that team.
Maybe Candace Parker wants him. Somebody out there want Davis.
Listen, we thought Cheryl Swoops might want somebody, then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
yeah, Cheryl
all
Swoops.
of a sudden, they don't
Yeah.
want Davis. They
Cheryl
want
Swoops
Davis to
turned
stay
into
their
Dre.
coach. Exactly. They want Davis to stay their coach so he can bring his wife to the games, and they can be like, "Oh no, Charlie." They
Right.
they ready for that. Hey man, let me move on to the problem child here. So you get Nova.
Okay.
Nova finally takes it. You see Nova get her exhale moment, like waiting to exhale. Then she wrap all up in the cover. She lay down
Hold on,
and
Calvin.
she ready
Right
to
there.
take a nap.
Right there, Calvin. Right there. Who takes a nap in their bed with all their clothes on and gets under the covers? When I saw that, Calvin, I'm like, that ain't no black people. You don't get on nobody black person's bed with your outside clothes on. So who under the covers with her full clothes on and go pull up a little nap? But go ahead. I mean to disturb you.
Well, that they come busting in our house and they come into arrest her
Maybe she
because they
knew it was
heard
happening.
drugs was in there.
Maybe she knew that's what
They heard.
was happening. That's why she didn't get like.
Yeah, they heard. Well, yeah. You know what? I didn't even think about that. That's a horrible writing. They tried to be slick with it because she probably no seemed like the type that sleep naked. But because
Right.
she knew she was going to get arrested.
You about to get arrested. You better leave this jumper on looking like Mr. Green sleeves or Mr. Green jeans or whatever. You better leave these overalls on looking like Dex Midnight Runners.
And that's what they did. They came in there They bust out the guns. They said they was like, "Come on, Eileen, you got to go with us. You got to go with us, sis." And she come out. She come out. I'm Nova Boat. I'm Nova Boat alone. I ain't done nothing, and I ain't got nothing, and there's no weapons in here. And why are you breaking in my house? They bust her door down. They literally broke the door down and they got her arrested out there. But then her little boo man friend come in there, her little jogging buddy there, and he get thrown down on the ground, and just like the
Right.
hero of Saint Joe that he is, he looks at her. You better not cry. You better not get him the power. Hey man, I think I think it's something wrong with the guy. What you think about the guy? He there for Nova. He waited outside for all them hours. What you think about him?
You know what we say about sketchy people in these shows. They always defend. And so I put him in the same category with all of the other sketchy people that we had from the other shows. We don't know if he's police but I thought he was admirable. He's there, trying to encourage her and stuff. But my question is this, Calvin. When did Nova become Fred Hampton? Oh, where are the police? What is going on in St. Joe's that the police are harassing Nova outside of a botched COVID vaccination run? What has Nova done?
Well, you remember that's how Calvin got caught up. She was talking about the police corruption and things. So maybe that's it. And now she's coming out with a new expose about the police. So maybe that's it. My problem with Nova in this scene was she told the cop that he's been holding her for 4 hours illegally, and she went on this big rant or soliloquy, whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, why you ain't do that 3.5 hours ago? Why you wait till hour 4 to get all this? What? You had all this time. You want to be just sitting there locked up. You just want to be. Because dude just moved to the side. He ain't even put up no resistance.
Yeah, it made me think
go on, nigga.
She ain't had nowhere to go. She ain't had nothing to do. I'm like, you had the answer 4 hours ago.
Had the answer. Now, I wonder if because dude said, I'm going to watch your house and make sure everything's straight here, then I'm going to come and wait for you. I wonder if he ran to Home Depot or Lowe's and got a new door. Maybe drape some plastic over it or something, because they totally destroyed her door. I was just like, what the hell?
He's definitely giving me symphony vibes. And so, I'm not sure about him yet, but we'll see. But yeah, Nova, she's catching a lot of flack. To me, the storyline this feels a little hollow because I know that she did the expose on the police last year and stuff, but it's just gone so deep in now that they break into her crib. That good God, she had the reefer card, or she would have gotten in trouble. That ounce is legal, because I got the legal puff, and so I don't know why Nova's catching so much smoke, because she just messes up the lives of her family. It's not like she's messing up the lives of other people. So maybe they should arrest her for that, for messing up Ralph Angel's life and messing up Charlie's life and all those things.
Well, it seems like the Borderlones are the only criminals in St. Joe, so that's clearly why they keep
only
messing with them. Now, there is a non-criminal in the family. Actually, he was a criminal also. But let's jump to our boy Micah. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm actually proud of Micah. I'm proud of Micah. Micah bonds with his homeboy. He go to play spades with his homeboy. boy, which when they were at the spades table, he thought the dude was going to call him a racial slur. He kind of alluded to it, but he didn't call him a slur. And, Micah was like, I mean, what's your problem? Like stepping to him, offended. But when Micah got to talking to Charlie, Micah was like, yeah, I think he gay. And I was like, whoa, so Micah? Like, Micah not dumb. Micah knew he was gay, and Micah was like, I don't care. He my brother. I was kind of proud of Micah for acceptance. What you think?
I like the storyline, and I like the fact that they're showing the how the younger generations in these differences. And yeah, although he does confirmation, he could pretty much tell that, hey, my guy, he's flowing differently than how I flow, and it's okay. I accept him, and when he is
Exactly.
ready to let me know where he is, I'm gonna be there for them, there for him, and I'm not concerned about what people are going to say about me or if people will have an issue with it. And I think that's genuine because now we live in a society now where more and more people are feeling more comfortable, or they just don't want to live in a closet. They're not going to live in secrecy or in shame. And I've always said that I think like our children's generation, they definitely have done a better job of embracing and accepting. I think our generation and the generations before that struggled because people were still in the closet. People are still in the closet today. And I'm like, hey man, you don't be 55 in the closet. Don't be 60
Yeah.
in the closet. If that's who you are, be who you really are and just let the world deal with it. And so I like that discussion that he had with his mom and this kind of like, hey, I know he's different than me and it doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah, man, Micah's showing a whole lot of growth. I was really proud of that conversation he had with his
Yeah.
mom. I was like, yo, Micah, and just the fact that he recognized it when the whole time I know I was thinking it. I believe you were thinking it, and the other people that other viewers were probably thinking that Micah doesn't know his boy's gay. Maybe he gonna hit on him. Micah
Right.
knew the whole time, and Micah was like, yeah. And Micah not only did he knew, but he just dismissed it. He was like, I mean, he might be. I don't really know, but I don't really
Okay.
care. Like, that's my
Right.
guy. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
my brother. I don't care if he is or not. I'll deal with that if I have to deal with it. If he want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. He don't want to talk about it, we won't talk about it. So,
Right.
good for Michael. Good for Michael. Hey
Yeah.
man, let me
We about to talk about our boy.
so I just got a quick question for you. I just got a quick question for you. If you have a whole bunch of payday loans and whole bunch of bills piling up, and you get a chunk of money, is your first priority to pay the bills or to take the wife to a resort? Like, how much money did he get for stealing this computer equipment? Like, bruh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro, I keep on telling y'all, man. There's a reason why the farm is in debt. There's a reason why Ralph Angel can't manage no checkbook. Ralph Angel priorities is all screwed up. Yeah, now you out here praying to God to keep you safe from committing crimes. You take the blood money. It's not nobody died, but you take the bad money and you go spend it on frivolous junk. Yeah, yeah, you up flossing in a resort for what reason? You need to pay this doula. You need to pay these payday loans. You need to figure out how you gonna get the crop going again because it's poison. But
Exactly.
no, you off ordering Uber Eats up up at the resort. You ain't even at an all inclusive resort, Calvin. You gonna spend the money? At least go to an all inclusive resort so you ain't spending extra money. No, he go to a spot and he gotta order Postmates.
I mean, what are you doing, Rod? Like, the smart thing to do is to pay up everything because there's always a chance you're going to get caught.
You
And
see?
when you get caught, you don't want to leave the bag there for your pregnant wife. Like, pay up the bills. At least if you get caught, she ain't got to worry about the bills. Now, the dude that been caught, He probably didn't snitched on you. You got Hollywood now who's in the loop with it, telling you, "Hey, Rod, the police coming looking for you, man. This
Right.
not gonna blow back on you, is it?" And I'm a handle it when I get back. Now you sitting there at the resort with your jaws all tight and your mouth poked out, and here come Darla. What's wrong with you? I thought we was having a good time. I I I I, I lied to you, Darla.
I'm gonna do it again. How you doing?
I, 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 I lied. I lied to you, darling. And she like, what do you mean you lied to me? He, 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 he said all I had to do was drive. And she looking at him like, and your dumb ass drove.
Right. And
You just came out of jail with him, and then he gonna try to hold her hand. She like, man, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
go get the
Especially
Postmates.
when Darla had the money to help them out.
Right.
She had the money, and you didn't want the money, even though we know he doesn't know. We know that she got it anyway, but she had the money to help him out. But now they got somebody knocking on the door, and they both sitting there scared. And she looking like, so this how it's gonna be forever? And he's sitting there like save the last dance. You almost got it. Yo, I'm so done with Raw and these bad decisions, man. I really think he needs to go to jail and take a break from Queen Sugar because I'm sick of Raw. I'm sick
I'm
of Raw.
starting an online petition. I want Blue back and I want Raw gone. Send Raw to Washington with his mother-in-law and send Blue back because Blue could probably
Exactly.
manage the farm and the finances better than
Exactly.
his daddy. Okay, Raw is yeah, Raw. What did you think was going to happen, my friend? You broke into the richest guy in town's business to steal his stuff and you thought that you were just going to get away scot free with it, and then you got money and you spent it on a hotel room and Uber Eats. Yeah, man. Raw. Yeah, Raw. Yeah. Ava Dunay, you're not doing Raw. Well, yeah, Raw just not bright. Raw not bright.
Raw's
Not.
not bright at all, man. Raw's not bright. But let me go into the last group of folks that
Oh
that
Lord.
that really brought the drama in there. First we roll up on our man Prosper, who trying to impress his little one, two. That's 13, 14, 15. Oh my God, Daddy, 16.
I was like, yeah, I want to let you know. If I had to
Probably
use
like,
these guns to hold myself up, I can.
probably like, I still got it. I still now if she'd have flipped the switch and been like, well, can you pick up this ass, Prosper? Then what would he have done? Then what would he have done? Prosper ain't pick it. That's a big girl. That's a big girl. That's a big woman right there. Prosper might need a walker to get up under that
Prosper,
thing.
now I ain't gonna lie. Prosper had some old man guns. I was like, they probably Prosper probably at our age or my age, and they just got some gray on Prosper because I'm like Prosper had some guns when he was hitting these weights. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
First of all, Prosper was sitting in a recliner pumping some iron.
Yes,
Now, if that ain't the laziest shit, why they ain't have him sitting on the
yeah.
bench or something? They did Prosper wrong in that. But Prosper, him and his daughter,
Oh,
cool again. They sitting down, they
right.
having some dinner, and then there's a
Here
knock at the
come
door.
Hayden
Now,
Va.
now before hating ass Vi rolls in there, Vi finds out from Hollywood that when he dropped off the little boy,
She tried to have the tongue fight on Vi
she
on
came.
Hollywood.
Now I'm gonna get Hollywood. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Hollywood some props because Hollywood put her in a place. He was like, "What is wrong with you? What
Whoa,
is wrong with you?"
whoa, sis. Whoa.
After all that woman had done for you, this is how you repay her.
Whoa.
This is how you. And then But why she run away like she the victim? But she did a black Karen on. She just ran up the steps. Now, Hollywood did the right thing because you
Yeah.
always got to go home and tell the wife. Because if you don't tell the wife and she find out later, oh, you must have liked it. If you ain't tell me, you
Right.
must have liked it.
Hollywood. He threw the right person under the bus. See, you could throw the person under the bus, then go ahead to
Exactly.
toss him. Toss him. Your girl tried to
Exactly.
tell
And
me.
then you can handle the questions because she was like, well, why was she that close to you? Whoa, whoa. It's only one dessert that I like. And then she was like, oh, okay, all right, Hollywood. But Bob was like, come on, let's go to Prosper. But we need to make a stop first. I was like, oh, Vi about to go beat her ass. But then Vi, I will give Vi the credit that she didn't find her. And instead of Vi being angry like Effa, Vi was still like, I'm worried about her.
Right.
If she used a credit card, the guys want to find her. And Hollywood asked, you think she gonna go back? And like, I don't know. So, we'll see what happens. We clearly see her in the previews for next week, but we'll see what happens and where
Mhm.
she went and how they handle that. But, Vi and them get to Prosper's house and Prosper's welcoming them in, but Billy is cool with Nova, but she still ain't cool with Vi. But now here's my problem. Vi comes in there. Billy clearly doesn't want him there, but Billy is like, fine, it's my father. He wants you here. I'm gonna make it work. But then here go, Vi. What's the problem, Billy? Like, what? How you start? And then she like, ain't no problem. It's just, ain't no problem. And then here go problem. Well, we all family. She ain't my family. They both jump in. But Vi's like, I didn't had it up to here with you. Wait a minute. Why didn't Prosper jump in and say, hold on, Vi, this is my kid in my house. You can't be. Does Vi overstep too much for you? Because for me, she really does. She feels like she owns everything.
Vi is the habitual line stepper. Um, yeah, it was no reason for her to like, oh, what's the problem? You got some issue? Why you rolling up? Yo, first of all, you come in, you see a table set for two. Yeah, they having dinner. They having some family time. Okay, just drop off the pie, turn your wig around with Hollywood, and y'all go head home so Hollywood can suck your toes. But no, you got to instigate because you still got issues about what your husband allegedly did with Billy. And this made me think, Calvin, too, of how often a lot of times, and I'm not just going to relegate it to black people, although I can only speak from the black experience, that a lot of times we blame the victim instead of the perpetrators, particularly when it comes to things around sexual promiscuity and those particular things, molestation, rape. A lot of times we have rapists in our family today that we still inviting to the cookout, that we're still inviting to the family reunions, and we've known this person has abused people down through generations, and we've blamed them. Yeah, well, if she was fast, she would have been in her place. None of that would have happened. Yeah, like Billy said, I was a teenager. I was a youth. I was a person being taken advantage of, and no one came to my rescue. And that's a hard pill to swallow. And a lot of victims of abuse feel that way, that when I screamed out for help, instead of everybody coming to my defense, they went to the other person's defense. And I think we saw that on Prosper's face of like, he
Mm-hmm.
probably never even thought about it in that light of, yes, this was my baby, and I didn't even protect my baby from this person. And so, it's unfortunate because, that's something we see in real life.
Too many times, and especially when it comes to young women, too many times when young women start developing and they start getting into their 16, 17, 18-year olds, we look at them as full grown women. And it makes it easy for predators to deal with them, especially predators in the family, because you're right. We don't blame the predator. We blame the woman for, oh, she was
Mm-hmm.
too fast, or
Mm-hmm.
why she don't, you can't be around them. Don't be around them. Why can't she be around them?
Right.
Why can't she be in the room with, it's not her, it's him. Get him out the room.
Right.
One of the things that you always hear us complain about when it comes to the disproportionate number of black men that have been killed by police is the young ones are looked at as grown men and not
Yeah.
children. And
Sure.
that's how we do these young women. A lot of times we look at them as grown women. They're children. The whole spirit of the law of statutory rape is that, yeah, she may look developed, and then back in the day she may have had to quit and take jobs and all, but a 28-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman isn't the same
Right.
as a 38-year-old man and a
Right.
28-year-old woman. The
Exactly.
mind isn't the same.
Right.
They can manipulate these women, they can manipulate these young girls, they can play with their emotions because they're just coming to be adults. And that's what Billy faced. And she was absolutely right. No one ever came to me and said anything or asked me how I felt. And she's absolutely right. And that's why Vi and Prosper had that look on their face as if we
Mm-hmm.
really messed this up.
Right.
We what they need to be thankful for is that she turned out the way she did, because she, and I think she alluded to it quite a few times, she could have gone a whole bunch of different ways, but she turned out great. And Charlie touched on that, and Charlie said one of the reasons you came back was because it was still on you and you needed to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another reason why I think Charlie would be a great leader, because she gives sound advice and she cares about people. But yeah, man, Vi and Prosper really should feel ashamed, and I definitely want to see where this takes them and that relationship with Billy next week, especially for Prosper.
And
It's
also,
his
Prosper
daughter.
has to learn how to. Sometimes family comes first. Your core
Yes.
family has to come first. A lot of times, and I've even had it happen in my life where you embed people from outside your family into your family life, and a lot of times you sacrifice your family life for friends, or like, hey, they don't mind, you're a part of our family. But no, sometimes it needs to be you in the core, you or whatever that core is made up of, and you guys bond together and spend time together, because that's the foundation. And a lot of times when we put other people into embed other people into the family structure, we think it's okay, oh, let's invite them. No, if this is our time, this is our time. And I think Prosper, hopefully he's going to learn this through the season of that. Yeah, thank God for the borderlines, but I have a child and I need to form that bond with her and build it. I have a daughter.
Yeah, and again, he should have never allowed Vi to
Right.
disrespect his daughter in his home. That should have never been allowed. That should have never been allowed.
Most
So,
definitely.
but anyway, we'll see what happens next week on Queen Sugar. And I believe, if I remember correctly, it's not coming on next week when I looked at it. I think it's coming on the week after. Maybe it was something else I was watching that showed that. No, that was something else I was watching that showed
Okay.
that, I think. Yeah. So maybe it's coming on next week. But we'll see. If it comes on next week, we will be back here recording episode 7 and speaking on that. Anything else about the show you want to bring up,
You
Garland?
know what? I did get some feedback from one of our listeners and supporters, and they was like, "Yeah, we see y'all doing a pre-recorded, but don't forget we like to do it live sometimes too, because we like to see y'all reaction to what people are saying." And so, we haven't given up on the live, but sometimes we have family responsibilities, like we talking about going to spend some time with these families and stuff. And so, yeah, sometimes we gotta spend time with the core too. And so we're gonna work back in some lives, but be patient with us.
Yeah, be patient with us. Insecure is coming up in what, another
Yeah,
week or two? So yeah,
yeah,
once that comes up, that's definitely going to be live because we know
exactly.
y'all want to talk about that. And I seen in the previews that Lawrence is going to be on there. You know, Lawrence is my guy. Garland don't like Lawrence, y'all, so don't let him fool you. Garland
The
don't
fuck
like Lawrence.
boy
Lawrence
of
is
the
my
year. Him and Condola and the baby gonna be on there. So yeah, fuck boy. Here he come.
guy. See, between Emmett and Lawrence, you know, Emmett from the Shy and Lawrence, Garland don't like that.
That is the thing. Here's Nick. Here's Lawrence.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us for this pre recorded version. Make sure you leave some comments on it. And like I said, when we see it, we will reply to those comments and we will come back to the live when Insecure starts. But in the meantime, this is All Things Black with Garland and Calvin. I'm Calvin. He is Garland. Championship, y'all. Hey, man, I'll talk to you later, Garland.
All right, bro. Have a good evening. Everybody have a good evening.